We're human, so we can all have our fears, and when it comes to a narcissistic person, they're usually going to go all out to provoke their fears within you so that they can feel smugly to themselves that they're not the one with the issue, they're not the one with the problem. So one of the first of a narcissistic person's fears is their loss of supply, that loss of attention, that loss of adoration. They fear the abandonment of somebody. This can be a natural fear in many, where they fear the loss of a loved one, either to somebody else or to death. So we can all fear that loss. We can all fear that abandonment. However, when it comes to a narcissistic person, they're fearing the loss of supply of whatever it is that you provide them. So if they're not the one to discard you, and you discard them, this haunts them. They don't get over it very easily, which is often why they will play many different mind games to lull you back into the relationship so that they can punish you and be the one who discards you. Yet they'll happily fall silent on you. They'll happily do all the things that will cause them to eventually lose you. Yet they will find a way to blame you as to why they behaved in that manner. Criticism. Criticism's not nice. It's not nice to be put down and humiliated and shamed and blamed, which is exactly what a narcissistic person will do to you. So then even when someone is offering you some constructive feedback, you can find yourself feeling icky and thinking, what do they mean by that? Because the narcissist is going to put that fear within you because they can't stand the criticism. Even if it's constructive feedback and you're trying to help and advise and support them, they can't stand that. They're arrogant enough to believe that they're the ones who are always in the right and your opinions don't matter. They believe that you are beneath them and they're superior to you. So when a narcissist feels criticised in some way, they seek to punish you, to shame you, to humiliate you, to bring you down. And that criticism can be something as simple as they don't respect your values and your beliefs, so they've asked you to do something, and because you've already agreed to do something with somebody else, and they know full well you have, which is why they've asked you, and you say no, they get offended because they believe you're abandoning them for the other person, which is often why you'll hear them say, well, if they're more important to you than I am, to sort of dry beg you into changing your mind and being there for them. That loss of admiration. Now, yes, we can all sort of need validation that what we're thinking or feeling is right in some way so that we can learn and grow. With a narcissistic person, they need the adoration that they are the best at everything. They need that validation that they are always in the right. And if they don't get it, they find a way to punish you, which is why they'll often go all out to ruin a special occasion if it's not all about them. They fear other people's happiness and success. Now, the majority of people can potentially be jealous of somebody else. However, they'll still be pleased for the other person and just try and figure out a way to get something for themselves. With a narcissist, they go all out to sabotage someone else's success or take the credit for somebody else's success. Although if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't be doing that. Or they'll play the victim of, well, I had such a terrible childhood. If only somebody had given me that opportunity. They fear ill health. They perceive themselves to be perfect. They want people to supply them, but they don't want to become codependent on other people as such. They don't want to become reliant on other people. They want to create the codependency within you so that you can't leave them. However, they want to be able to up and leave you whenever it meets a need of their own. They can fear old age because that's taking away who they are as a person. Old age can come with ill health, which they also fear. Now, we can all fear ill health. It's not a pleasant thing, and we can all fear old age. However, with a narcissist, it's that loss of that charismatic charm. It's that loss of supply. It's that narcissist collapse when their world crashes down around them as they begin to be exposed for their lies. The loss of looks is another one because that's what those somatic narcissists rely on to manipulate people. When it comes to narcissistic people, they're going to go all out to instill these fears into you so that they can feel better about themselves.